Hello, all, and welcome to the Good Witch. This is your Cancer May 2021 intuitive tarot reading. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and most of all, comment in love. Like and comment in love. I read all of the comments. I adore the comments. I try to respond. If I don't respond, I at least go like them all to let you know that I read them. Um, we're going to look at your love, your finances, and a message from the divine. So, Cancers, let's just jump into it. Let's look at your love. There's a lot of changes occurring for you right now. Some of them are very, very painful. Some of them are things that you don't want to accept that you're going to have to accept anyway. Mm. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard that Regina Bell song, If I Could. If I could, I'd protect you from the sadness in your eyes, give you courage in a world of compromise. Yes, I would, if I could. Okay, it's a beautiful song, but in that song, she's talking about her child or children. This is you in love or business. So it's nice that if you could, you would, but you shouldn't. So don't. Okay? So let's look at this, and we're gonna dig a little bit. We're gonna go over some of these changes in your love life. The overall energy is take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. Your moon is changing. You were in a full moon season, and now the moon is transitioning into new, coming back around to full again. It's a cycle. It's all gonna cycle out. So you need to take some time out for your own good. And all of the if you coulds and the wisdom that you wanted to give this particular person, the love, the caring, all of those things, I feel like there's a glare, but I might just add a filter. So you should, there's someone else who you need to give that to. It's time for you to share wisdom and experience with someone else and avoid falling into a slump like you tend to do when things don't go your way. So you're not able to have the life that you wanted with the person that you thought you wanted it with or that you wanted it with. You know that's what you wanted. You can't have that. You can, but it would be completely and utterly unhealthy, probably for both of you. So, when we look at your cards, we have the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and again the Devil. Because I use multi decks just to make sure that we don't miss any points. So there'll be a new beginning. Okay? There'll be a change. After that change, there'll be another change. Just make sure that the change isn't a reverse because it's easy and it places you back into your comfort zone. You don't do a complete 180 out of a situation and then do another complete 180 to go right back to it. Okay? Let that sink in. There's two changes. Now, changes don't have to be circular. You're going to change, do a 180, do another 180. So, some of you might not have made, it doesn't look like you made the change big enough to start with. So, that's good. So, digging a little deeper, you didn't make the change big enough. So, you didn't do a 180. You made a 45-degree change the first time. And now you're going to do another 45-degree, or maybe even a 60-degree, whatever. It'll be a bigger change the second time. And that bigger change is going to put you somewhere totally different than where you were emotionally and in your love life. But first, you had to take time out to breathe. And some of these changes may not even be in your control. Some of you are with people that made changes for you, and they're going to try to fix those changes and put back together what they tore apart, because being without you is harder than being with you, even though being with you is difficult for them. And you'll be tempted to do that. Some of them will be very victorious in this because you're just comfortable and you don't want to change and you don't want to grow and you want to be still and you want to be still. You're done changing. You don't want to change. You don't want to grow anymore. And if you know what, if that's the life you choose, that's fine. Just know that it's a choice, and that's the choice that you're making, that you're opting to make, and that's okay. Princess, I'm sorry. Can you pull that blind just a little bit because I'm getting way too much glare in the camera? Sorry. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Some things just have to be done because I know y'all want to see me and I want to see y'all. Well, I see y'all. But so that's perfect. Thank you. See, isn't that better? Um, but don't do a complete 360. Don't make that second change so big that it puts you right back where you started with the same person in the same situation in the same environment. Okay? Some of the people, like I said, some of you don't want to change, and that's okay. So you will make that big 360 change and go right back to where you started. But you know me, I will be the first to remind you that this is what you chose. So don't complain about somebody having the same old behavior when it's the same old person. Don't complain about the walls having the same old color when it's the same old wall. You might hang a picture on it, but at the end of the day, it's still the same wall. Okay? Aw, you feel like you didn't control the situation, you didn't manifest your desires, you weren't the magician in this situation. Someone else is calling all the shots in your love life or in your love situation, or it has been that way. And you're finally going to come out of the situation of being sad about it and feeling unstable and knocked off by it. You were in a really good place and now you're not. But that should be changing this month. You'll be dealing with that this month. No longer feeling, hopefully, if you're watching this, you'll start paying attention to the facts of the situation, the things that you knew for sure versus the things that you thought. Like, some of you are going through the pain that you're going through, or could potentially be going through again. If it don't apply, let it fly. But this is where Spirit is taking this reading. So, some of you are going to look at the facts this month. Actually, that's homework for all of you that this applies to. The situation that's hurting you, I want you to write everything down. I want you to take out what you thought and leave what you know for a fact. The hard, solid facts, okay? So, I want you to, well, I thought they loved me. Okay. Love can be factual. I know they love me. How? How? They said it. Okay, what did they do? Did they make sacrifices for you? Did they adapt to your love languages? Did they um, care for your family? I don't know. Whatever love means to you, however someone shows you love, that's a fact that you saw them do that. Or is it a fact that they did not? Um, well, they paid all the bills. Okay, but you're evicted. So that's not really a fact. It's a thought. It's a nice thought, but it's not a fact. So let's look at the facts instead of what you thought, okay? And you're going to take time out and you're going to breathe out and you're going to take time for you and understand that even though you may be going through this, someone new is already present or right around the corner. And that person leads to, I shit you not, happiness. So you're going to take time out to breathe, take time out to revisit the facts, decide what you want to do so that you can now become the master of that destiny, of that particular area of your life, and not be a victim to it this month, possibly going forward, because you'll either accept that this person is who they are and you want to be with them, or you will not do a 360 and go another direction, make the necessary changes. Someone new comes in, and that person actually brings you happiness because you've listened and learned how to manifest what you want based on facts. A lot of times people try to manifest things based on thoughts and hopes and wishes, and they get what they asked for, and it's not what they thought it would be because you didn't look at what it truly was. And it was probably right there in your face. So now that we're done, I feel like beating up on cancers. Didn't mean to. Love you to life. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment and love, because at this point, if you hear, you needed it. Let's look at your finances. So the Empress flipped out. Oh, okay. Full moon in Sagittarius. We're going to look at the bigger picture in your finances because that's what rulers do. You can't sweat the small stuff. You're very passionate about your finances this month. There's something that's driving you to create a blank slate financially for for yourself or someone else, but things are going slower than you would like for them to. They're going slower than you would like, but they are going. So you're not moving the fastest right now, but you are moving. And you are moving in the right direction. So you're going to look at the bigger picture right now, okay? It might cost you $200 to make 2,000. So you're not going to look at the fact that you only got 350. You're going to look at the fact that, okay, I got 350, and if I spend 200 in 2 months, I'll have 2,000 from this 200, even though I only have 150 left. So we're going to look at the bigger picture, okay? And if you're here because you need guidance or advice in some area, or you just want to know and know what's coming, and that's okay. So listen to it. Listen to it. Take heed to it, take advantage of it, and move and operate accordingly. Okay? So, your finances, we're looking at the bigger picture. We're understanding that things are moving a little bit more slowly, but they are moving in the right direction. And you will not be disappointed. The Five of Cups in reverse. You will be very, very happy with the outcomes. Well, that's beautiful. See, knocks that love reading right on out. I don't even need to dig too much deeper with that one. Let me see if I pull anything else. Let me see. Looking at your finances for Cancer. Oh. Cutting off old habits, bad spending habits. You're cutting those off with the Prince of Swords. Um, Looking at the bigger picture, if you did the 350 thing and you spent 200, I suggest you do cut off some bad spending habits because you're gonna need to make that stretch because it's coming, but it's not here yet. So don't operate. No, operate in knowing that it's coming or that it's here, but don't screw yourself trying to impress other people or trying to heal emotionally from what's going on in your love life. Don't do that. You have to look at the facts of your love life and not just go shopping. Amazon is not always your friend. Sometimes he a bestie, but in this case, chill out, watch your spending habits, and understand that things are going a little slower, but they are going in the right direction. Okay? We're going to look at a message from the divine for the sign of Cancer, and it is very clear that you need to step out of your comfort zone, do things that you don't always do, release control, enjoy the pleasures of life, and stop worrying that you're going to fail. I could not make it up. So, failure comes with worry because, as I say, and I'm sure a bunch of memes say, when you worry so much about failing, you're just meditating on what you don't want. Or it's the same thing as when you're sitting around thinking about a toxic ex and they call. It's because you've drawn that person to you unintentionally because you're sitting around meditating on them. Yes, they're going to reach out to you because you're on their mind. You don't need to be. Leave that alone. And some of y'all do that shit on purpose. But anyway, so you have to sometimes release control, get in flow, enjoy the luxuries of life, do something different for yourself. At the same time, monitoring your spending habits, knowing that things are not moving as fast as you like, and there's multiple changes happening in your love life that you're going to have to make some decisions on. Some of you need to go back and listen to that again because you lost the love part because of the good financial part, but you still need to understand the love part. But when I say enjoy the luxuries of life, that doesn't mean Balenciagas. That doesn't mean um, helicopter rides through New York. Now, it could very well include those things. But what I mean is enjoy someone being kind to you. The true luxuries. Enjoy someone being kind to you. Enjoy someone who wants to cater to you and be nice to you. Um, enjoy someone who doesn't need you but wants you for a change. Enjoy time with yourself. Have a spa day at home. Draw yourself a bath. Throw some rose petals in it. You deserve it. The luxuries of life. Get you a bottle of whatever wine you like. Even sit and enjoy it with just you or with a friend or with your puppy, whatever the case may be. Sit and enjoy the luxury of just being in love with yourself. So do that. Step out of your comfort zone. Okay? Some of you have already been doing it. Keep up the good work. And that has been our time. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. And yes, I hate the word time, and no, we're not on a time limit, but that is it. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of yours. The Good Witch.